Sambit Patra of the BJP taking on Shobha Oza of the Congress party. R Venkatesh leans towards the BJP. Hartosh Singh Bal critical of the government. I think Rahul Narvekar of the NCP. Okay, who wants to begin the debate on one side tonight? First of all, okay, let's start with the Congress party. Did you go overboard in your criticism? What is the problem? What really is the problem? You went too far. Have you realized, Shobha Oza, 1 minute, Shobha. You see, have you realized 16 months into Narendra Modi's tenure, that during your 10 years in power, and you had 10 years in power, Shobha Oza, you completely missed the bus in terms of reaching out to the Indian diaspora in the innovative and timely way that Modi has. So, perhaps you are envious of what Modi is doing on foreign soil, but nobody stopped Manmohan Singh from doing it. You didn't do it. But why are you envious? Question number one. Then we are opening the debate. Shobha Oza, and after this, open debate. Go ahead, Shobha.
Yeah.
Are you envious of Modi?
Arnab, there is a saying that in Hindi that khokla chana baje ghana, ya empty vessels make more noise. So here we have Mr. Modi. There is no comparison of Mr. Modi with Dr. Manmohan Singh. As you asked me, why didn't Dr. Manmohan Singh do the same? As far as what Mr. Modi has been doing on foreign soil, we know he's been, in nearly all his trips, he's been insulting the country, the countrymen in one or the other way. When he says that it used to be an insult to be born in India, what was he doing? He's perhaps the only Prime Minister who has demeaned the country on a foreign soil. The other day in Ireland, when the children recited shlokas in Sanskrit, he questioned the secularism of India. And Mr. Modi is...
No, why have you stooped to personal attacks?
Ridiculing the country and the countrymen in foreign soil.
Please tell us, why have you stooped to personal attacks? Please, Shobha Oza, hear me. You know, I want to know who's...
See, no
what, allow me. Shobha Oza, allow me. A second question only to you, but because you have a lot of explaining to do tonight. I'm asking you, you are going into the financial background of the Prime Minister when he was a child. You are saying he was not a chaiwala. You've done some extensive research and this father ran a tea stall. What difference does it make? The Prime Minister of India is on a foreign trip and the Congress party is discussing whether his father ran a tea stall. 1 minute, I haven't completed. Ran a tea stall or whether he sold tea. 1 minute, I have not completed. Shobha Oza, I have not completed. Shobha Oza, please let me complete. Let me complete. Then you can answer. I'm asking you tonight, what difference does it make? I will give you full opportunity to respond now, Shobha Oza. I am asking you what difference it makes if Narendra Modi was poor, whether Narendra Modi was slightly poor. Let me hear the question. Whether hear the question. Shobha Oza, you must hear the question. This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair.
Programs has been conducted.
Okay. Let me complete my question. Let me complete my question. Let me complete my question. My question to you.
Recalling his mother.
Okay. Can I complete my question first of all before you get into the mother issue? I am asking you tonight, what difference does it make if Narendra Modi as a child was poor, very poor?
It does not make any difference.
Arey bhai, you are interrupting me. Shobha, you must let me complete. Shobha Oza, you must let me complete. Shobha Oza, I will complete my point. You can respond. Sambit puts his hand up. The debate begins. Now, let me complete in an uninterrupted way. Hear my question. My question is, what difference does it make if Narendra Modi as a child was very poor, whether Narendra Modi as a child was slightly poor, whether Narendra Modi was averagely poor, slightly rich, very rich, or a multi-millionaire? And by the way, allow me, I haven't completed. Again, you are interrupting me. Again, it's not fair. By that criteria, Shobha, allow me, by that criteria, what category does Rahul Gandhi fit into?
See, was
Rahul Gandhi slightly poor, very rich, or a multi-millionaire as a child?
Misleading.
I'm not.
Why
are you getting so personal?
About his own life,
my point is, why are you getting so personal?
Prime Minister, he makes boastful, false claims.
Should I open the debate?
Various programs are concerned.
Again, you're not answering my question. You made it personal, Shobha Oza.
of which all the credit is
No, but you made it personal.
So it is all about Mr. Modi as a person, how he lies, how he tries to mislead, how he demeans the
Shobha Oza,
country
debate
and
is
the
open
countrymen
now.
on foreign soil. It is all about
Sambit
that.
Patra raises his hand on the other side. Sambit, you want to respond? Then I have a couple of questions for you as well. Sambit Patra, on what appears to becoming a personal attack. You started it. You went after the Rahul Gandhi on Aspen. You deserve this response. That's what the Congress party will say. What business it is of yours, whether Rahul Gandhi has gone for a holiday, whether he's gone to Aspen, right? Whether he's gone skiing, it's none of Sambit Patra's business. So you are nobody to complain about the personal nature of the attack. Please, Sambit Patra, your response. You began it. It seems
Shobha
childish,
Oza,
but that's the way it
Shobha Oza, my good friend from Congress.
That's a false rumor, false attack.
Just a second. Don't shout. Let's not have a shouting match. Let's debate. Shobha, my good friend, began by a Hindi couplet saying that Thotha chana baje ghana. Shobha, those who have such a huge chana in their home should not be talking about chana. Please look after your chana well. Secondly, it is a Bernal movement for the Congress party. And when you have a... Please, Shobha. Please, Shobha. Please, Shobha.
So,
Please,
Mr.
Shobha.
Manmohan Singh,
See, when you have a Bernal... Shobha, let's behave. We are not kindergarten students. Let's behave. Shobha, I was not interjecting. Can we have a civil debate, please? I can request you for a civil debate. All I was saying, Shobha, as a friend, is when you have a Bernal movement, please stay indoors. Don't expose yourself to the world. And this is what has happened with the Congress. They've fallen into the trap. It's but natural. They were not performing for all these years. The last 10 years were non-performing years of Congress. Suddenly they were exposed to Narendra Modi's dynamism and they could not see it. They could not bear it. They could not really get their heart into it. They were envious of it. And that's the reason as to why, being political opponents, they felt of opposing Mr. Narendra Modi. But no, Shobha, people don't take it the way you think people will take it. When you attack mothers of the Prime Minister, when you attack people do not take it lightly.
It's all claim he was making. What
financial inclusion program? Today you brought the mother into the forefront.
Let him complete. Let him complete, please.
Poor mother.
Let him complete, please. Shobha Oza, 1 minute. Shobha Oza, 1 minute. Let him complete his point. Let him complete his point, please.
While speaking, just a second, Shobha. You should understand this, Shobha. Please understand this point.
Who brought in
everyone, including me, and I'll tell you, including you and Arnab, all of us were watching our Prime Minister yesterday. We all felt the sensibility. We all felt the sensitivity of the Prime Minister in our heart. Many people across the globe cried when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was quite touched by his mother's remembrance.
What has Mr. Modi done? Has he initiated
Shobha Oza.
process of IT and telecom in
Shobha Oza, 1 minute. Shobha Oza and Sambit, I want you to pull back and I want you to understand these viewers would want us to see. Sambit, hold on 1 minute. Sambit, hold on 1 minute. Hold on. This is not helping. Viewers want us to debate point by point, Shobha. And the point we are at right now is the point of Anand Sharma's comment on the Prime Minister's mother. Now, the context is this, R Venkatesh. A sensitive issue out here. R Venkatesh, Rahul Narvekar and Hartosh welcome into the debate. The point is, Prime Minister yesterday got emotional talking about his mother and the way and the hardships with which she had brought him up in very trying circumstances. Trying material circumstances, MR and Rahul Narvekar. In response to which, Anand Sharma said he broke down yesterday remembering his mother. He said she used to work in other people's homes. He's insulting his mother. The PM is not a chaiwala. His father ran a canteen run by his uncle. He was not selling tea. They had a tea stall. They were never that poor. And he went on to say it is not true what Prime Minister said about, his mother and the circumstances in which she had brought up. Now, my point is this. Rahul Narvekar and Shobha Oza, my point is this. Why you drag the Prime Minister's mother into it? You have your political fights. Why do you drag the Prime Minister's mother? The Prime Minister's sentiments for his mother are his sentiments about his mother. Why do you bring the Prime Minister's mother in the middle of a political debate? Shobha Oza, 1 minute. Shobha Oza, I'm asking you again. What right does the Congress party have to pass judgment over the Prime Minister's relationship with his mother? No, I'm sorry. No, Shobha Oza. Shobha Oza, this must be explained. No, Shobha Oza, this must be explained. What right does the Congress party have? Shobha, you're not listening to me. I'm questioning you on this tonight. My question is simple. Sambit, let me construct the question. You must let me construct the question. You must let me construct the question and then you debate.
In fact,
no, this is not right, Sambit.
Look at the difference between Sonia Gandhi and Mr. Narendra Modi. Sonia Gandhi was crying when terrorists of Vadra encounter were killed. She was crying day in day out. That's what Salman Khurshid said. Salman Khurshid said that Sonia ji was very hurt when the terrorists were killed in Batla House encounter, and she was crying day in and day out. Today the Prime Minister remembers his mother, and he was emotional. And Anand Sharma said that this was dramatic emotionalization. Was this a dramatic emotionalization? Will you never understand the relation between a son and a mother? Have we ever questioned? You are questioning the mother of the Prime Minister, whether she ever was poor enough to work in other people's homes. Have we ever questioned the profession of Sonia Gandhi? Have we ever questioned the profession of Sonia Gandhi? We have never stooped so low. Why did you stoop so low?
But he's trying to mislead the country in all other issues when one
have we ever brought I ask you today, all these years of politics, has BJP ever spoken about the profession of Sonia ji before she came to India? We never asked such questions. We never went into such kind of research. Why do you
who propagated the profession of Mr. Modi? The BJP and Mr. Modi himself.
She was a poor woman. She was a poor woman trying to raise her son. What's wrong in that? You cannot see poor people become the Prime Minister of this country. That is your fault. You have to. It seems only the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, 25 minutes past 9. 25 minutes past 9. I want to come in, please. Shobha Oza and Sambit Patra. Shobha Oza and Sambit Patra. Shobha Oza and Sambit Patra, please, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. May I please?
Have a comfortable life she deserves.
Have we gone into that research ever?
That is the personal life of the Prime Minister. Why are you getting into it? What is the relationship between the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister's mother? That is none of your business. Sorry, mind your own business. I want to ask this question to R Venkatesh, Hartosh Singh Bal and Rahul Narvekar. You see, what are you getting into? What kind of politics is this? You disagree. You say Prime Minister of India should not be attending, addressing huge rallies in San Jose or somewhere in the UAE. You have a right to make that point. But when you get into this whole issue about the personal relationship between the Prime Minister and his mother, how can the Congress party, Rahul Narvekar, you're an ally of the Congress party, come into this and take a position? There was a discussion, you don't get into the children of politicians. The Congress party was the first party which says don't drag children of politicians into debate. Now you're dragging parents of politicians into the debate. Has the Congress party gone overboard, Rahul Narvekar? Hartosh Singh Bal,
well,
R Venkatesh, feel free to come into this, please.
Well, Arnab, in the first place, let me tell you, we are not an ally of the Congress party any longer. But let that be the way it is. Insofar as what we've seen unfolding in the last 2 days, whether in India or in the US, I am extremely appalled by what's happening. Two national parties of this country have stooped to a new political low where there's personal mudslinging happening on either side. I don't know how is the wealth of Beta, Bahu and Damad or the financial status of the Prime Minister's family going to enhance or further the GDP of this country or the interest of this country. So this is something I have not understood, number one. Number two, I don't have any doubt in my mind with regards to the nationalism of the Honorable Prime Minister. But having said that, I don't know what national interest has the Prime Minister been time and again furthering when he makes comments about the corruption prevailing in this country when he goes on foreign soil. This is not the first time he's doing it. He's done this in the past as well. And I don't expect this from the Prime Minister of our country.
Responding.
We don't expect the Prime Minister of this country to go and wash dirty linen
I think R Venkatesh is responding on that.
So this is something I think as a citizen of this country, I would request the Prime Minister to refrain from. Number three.
Is he not coming from a country which says Satyameva Jayate? Is it not a fact that the entire NCP regime, UPA regime where NCP was part of it, that was laden with corruption. Is it not a fact 2G happened, which is a historical corruption in the
if he's talking about corruption, let him also talk about Vyapam. If he's talking about corruption, let him also talk about Ms. Sushma Swaraj, who's on the trip with him to America. If he's talking about corruption, let him also talk about the Rajasthan Chief Minister, Ms. Raje. So let him talk about all these issues. Why is he talking about corruption selectively? Let's not get into this mudslinging. The Prime Minister's office is a very honorable office, and he should do justice to it. He should not use it as a mudslinging opportunity.
No, Mr. Narvekar, please listen. Congress or one particular party does not have a full-time right on corruption.
I can understand your, Mr. M.R. Venkatesh, I can understand your anxiety of proving your loyalties towards Mr. Narendra Modi, but please don't blindfold yourself by that. I am telling you, if you are talking about corruption, don't be selective. Talk about the total corruption. Talk about Vyapam. Talk about Raje. Talk about Sushma Swaraj, who's on the trip. Talk about all those things. I don't expect the Prime Minister to talk about corruption prevailing in India when he's on foreign trips. I expect him.
Rahul, therefore, Rahul Narvekar, please. Rahul Narvekar and M.R. Venkatesh. The rule of law, Rahul Narvekar and M.R. Venkatesh, if I listen to your debate. Come on, gentlemen, please, let me moderate this, please. The rule of thumb, Hartosh, Congress Party and NCP. By the way, NCP has just proven, one second.
I can understand.
Rahul, you have proven your loyalties to the Congress Party in the course of your initial observations. You have proven your undying loyalty to the Congress Party through your initial observations. However, if I may take this to Hartosh Singh Bal, I want to know.
You are giving wrong facts, so I was just
Why is it that if you speak of a damad or if you speak of a corrupt son-in-law, it only means Congress? Why is it that a corrupt son only means Congress?
No, it does not mean Congress at all.
Why is Congress rushing to take the credit? Why is Congress rushing to take credit on any corrupt issue?
No, again,
this is really bewildering.
Does the Prime Minister
Mr. Narvekar, pull back, please.
You cannot cherry pick corruption
of this country.
You cannot be selective. You cannot forget about present and just speak of
getting investment. He said as to how corruption has been done away with, how we are changing the ecosystem.
Why is he forgetting the present? Doesn't Prime Minister remember the corruption of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Yadurappa's government in Karnataka? Has he forgotten all that corruption?
I have three questions on both sides. Sambit and 1 minute. Okay, Shobha Oza and Sambit pull back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both sides pull back for a minute, please. I'll invite now a comment from Hartosh, and then I have three questions on both sides to Sambit and to Shobha Oza. First, Hartosh wanted to come in. Hartosh, a quick comment from you, and then I have 3 questions to each side. Viewers can decide who answers the questions better. Hartosh, how do you see this going?
Arnab, first, we seem to be in a permanent election mode even when serious issues like the UN are involved. Second is, I must say this, that there is nothing demeaning about a woman working in somebody else's house to make ends meet. I don't know why this is being seen as demeaning. Third is that this milking of family for political theatrics is something that is an old tradition in our politics. The Congress does it all the time. You hear Rahul time and again talk about the sacrifices his family has made, as if somebody had forced those sacrifices on them. I think Narendra Modi is feeling left out himself. It is okay that he has a relationship with his mother, but if it turns out that he's exaggerating the circumstances under which he's performing those theatrics, then we have full right to ask questions. He's bringing this discourse into the media in the same way that the Congress brings its family, which is why the Damat comes into it. But in the end, this discussion is futile because these charges will go back and forth.
Sambit is rebutting you, Hartosh. I'm letting the rebut come in. I want a timely rebut. I want the rebut now, please. I want the rebut now, please, before it's too late. 1 second. Yes, please, Sambit. Rebutting you. After that, 3 questions on both sides. Sambit is rebutting you. Sambit, no, MR after that. Sambit, briefly.
In fact, when yesterday the Prime Minister was in the town hall of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg had come along with his parents. It was Mark who asked the question as to what was the role of your mother in your life. And while narrating the role of the mother in his life, naturally, we are all Indians, and when your mother really tries very hard to meet the ends, it's quite an emotional moment. And the Prime Minister was emotional. What is so debating about it? What is so demeaning about it? What was so wrong about it that we are questioning this movement? And in fact, if you would go back to Anand Sharma's statement, he says, Natakiya bhavnaye, dramatic movements. Please, Shobha, I am not interjecting anyone. Shobha, please don't spew venom and spew your frustration out here in the television channel. I told you, we have never questioned the profession of Sonia Ji before she came to India. We never want to go into such kind of demeaning researches as to what Sonia Ji was doing in Italy before she came to India. Have we ever questioned that? Have we ever said that? Have we ever said that Sonia Ji's work in Italy was demeaning to India? Have we ever said that Sonia Ji's performance in Italy, whatever she was doing before she came to India, was demeaning? Did we ever say that? When we never said that, how dare you say that a poor woman working in another person's house is demeaning? That is a slap on the face of the poor people of this country. Shobha Oza, today the Congress party has slapped. They have slapped the face of the poor people. They have slapped the face of the poor woman of this country. How dare you do that? How dare you do that?
Shobha Oza, now time for the three questions on both sides. Time for the three questions on both sides, please, Shobha Oza. Now, please, you won't be able to take the question, by the way, question number one, and keep the answers brief. Shobha Oza, on second thoughts, do you regret dragging the Prime Minister's mother into your press conference today? Do you regret it? Just make it brief, please. I don't want an explanation. Do you regret bringing the issue of the Prime Minister's mother into your press conference today? Yes or no?
Not at all. Arnab,
okay, second question. Second question. Okay, MR Venkatesh, counter, please. MR Venkatesh.
Regretting lifelong. Manishankar Iyer made this comment about Chaiwala, and that was the Waterloo of the Congress in the 2014 election by dragging the mother. You can drag the Prime Minister. You can definitely question his personal life, but you cannot question the life of the mother or anybody else of the Prime Minister. Nothing to do with the public life.
Nobody is questioning the life of the mother. We are also mother.
You have ridiculed. Please understand, madam, you have ridiculed. You have ridiculed your question. You have no business in bringing her. You have no business. Please understand, you have no business in bringing her.
Okay, second question. Don't stay stuck on that. My second question is this. My second question is this. Please, 1 second, MR Venkatesh. MR Venkatesh. My view on this is simple. MR Venkatesh and Shobha Oza.
Nothing more than a silly reason that you have dragged the mother of the Prime Minister. You pay very heavily in the electoral politics.
Shobha Oza, I just want to say this to you. The relationship
between...
Shobha Oza, please.
Is he not answerable to his own life?
Shobha Oza, can I please?
What he sketches a picture of his own life and his misleading, is he not answerable?
Shobha Oza,
please question the Prime Minister by all means. Please question the Prime Minister, but not his mother. This is the point I'm making.
You are the Prime Minister is questioned here, not his mother. Everyone has all due respect for his mother and his wife.
Okay, now 1 second, please.
Not only his mother, but his wife also. The country has a lot of respect.
No, Shobha Oza and MR Venkatesh. Shobha Oza and MR Venkatesh. Shobha, on this I will just make a final word. Shobha, we'll stop at this. We'll move on to the next subject. Shobha, please stop. Shobha, please stop. My view on this is very clear. Shobha Oza, my view on this is very clear, and you'll have to stop, please, for a minute. Miss Oza, you made your point. Miss Oza, you made your point. Now let me please move to the next question, if you allow me, by simply saying this: that it is a rule that generally there are certain personal domains you don't get into, and I think it's needless and unnecessary to drag in the relatives of any politicians, including whether it's the Prime Minister's mother or relatives of other politicians. To personalize the nature of the attack, in my view, takes away sometimes from the sum and substance of a debate. You can have a debate between political parties, but I do not think it is appropriate to make the debate personal and to cross the personal Lakshman Rekha. It is not appreciated. Now, we can argue whether the BJP did that with the Congress, but that's another issue. I think these domains are best avoided. And the Prime Minister's views and thoughts on his mother are very deeply personal. At a public event, the Prime Minister revealed his own emotions, which people noticed out there. This cannot now be made into a subject of public debate. It is unfortunate if this becomes a subject of public debate. I don't think it'll be appreciated by anyone. And that's my view as far as this issue is concerned. Now, my next question is, to the Congress party, is there a rule of law? And if there is, Shobha Oza, show me where that rule is. That allegations against a gentleman called Robert Vadra cannot be raked up by anyone on foreign shores. That Robert Vadra can be discussed only within the geography of India. And Robert Vadra cannot be discussed outside the geography of India. Please show me the rule that Robert Vadra is immune from criticism over his alleged land dealings. And if the alleged land dealings of Robert Vadra, I haven't completed the question, I'll give you full opportunity to respond. My question is, I'm continuing my question. If the alleged dealings of Robert Vadra have come to symbolize, as many view it, crony capitalism in India, why should that not be raked up as a reference? If crony capitalism is a real problem in India, why should Narendra Modi refrain from speaking about it on foreign soil? Please tell me why. Your problem is with Robert Vadra, so tell me why.
Arnab Goswami, time and again,
I know my name, please continue.
That anything against Mr. Robert Vadra, they are free to investigate and they are free to frame if they find anything against him. But right. Mr. Modi not speaking against crony capitalism of Modi Gate, of Sushma Swaraj, of Vasundhara Raje, he forgets to speak about crony capitalism of his own friends, and he tries to
what is wrong? He talked about Damad, you're getting touchy about that.
Mr. Robert Vadra.
You're getting touchy about his reference on Damad.
I want an answer
in the whole world.
Sambit?
Yeah, I think it's a guilty mind which is tricking you. It's a guilty mind.
Arnab is saying that has Mr. Prime Minister forgotten about the crony capitalism of his own foreign minister and Vasundhara Raje?
The Congress has introspected and has rightly reached the conclusion that the most corrupt politicians, related politicians, are with the Congress.
Mr. Sambit Patra, we have
do not take the names.
A battery of corrupt politicians in your party. And you are totally among the Prime Minister does not speak a word about Lalit Gate,
means Sonia
about Vasundhara Raje, about Sushma Swaraj, about Vyapam, about PDS camp. It is really brazen that the BJP, the Prime Minister, keeps mum on
No, Sambit, can I into this, please, Sambit? Look at it logically on the other side, Sambit. Now my question to you. 1 second. Shobha Oza, now you pull back. Now it's time for my question to Sambit Patra, please. Sambit, my question now is to you. Sambit, the problem is, there's a pattern. The Prime Minister has earlier said his mission is Skill India and not Scam India. The reference is clear. During his visit to Toronto, he spoke about the former government of India creating Gandagi with reference to the corruption scams in the UPA. Right? In Germany, he spoke about how the UPA government was begging for a permanent seat in the UN Security Council. Earlier also in Paris, he spoke about the coal scam. Now, Sambit, the point is broader, and I hope you appreciate the point. The point is, as the Prime Minister of India, you ask yourself, should his primary mandate consist of portraying an image of a country beyond a nation of just corrupt politicians? That the sanctity of the institution of Prime Minister should stop him from indulging in a blame game with regards to the antics of other parties, especially when abroad. Especially when abroad. I underline those words, please. You'd explain to me, because when you're speaking in the capacity of a Prime Minister, it's different from the capacity of an election campaigner, where you need to point out flaws in the opposition and earn political points. That's where the discomfort of a lot of people is now. Yes, please. Sambit Patra will speak. The other side will respond. Hartosh, I'll come to you. MR, let's get Sambit to come in on this, because there is a complaint on the other side. Yes, please. And Rahul Narvekar also, please. Yes, Sambit first.
Arnab, as far as Prime Minister's foreign sojourn is concerned, most of these foreign sojourns are to have Make in India a big success, is to make Make in India a big success, to get investment into India. And that was not happening since number of years because of the fact that India's image had been tarnished in the international world. So the Prime Minister has to reassure the international community and the Indian diaspora that, look, the world has changed back in India.
Every time, all the time, Rahul Narvekar, all the time.
No red tapeism. No,
all the time.
Let me tell you. Arnab, let me complete.
No, before you complete, I remind you. No, 1 second, Shobha Oza, no, come in. Before you complete, I'd like to rebut you, Sambit.
Yesterday's speech.
Rahul Narvekar will respond after that. Before that,
tell me. If in general terms the Prime Minister mentions of nepotism in Indian politics and the conscience of the Congress is pricked, then the Congress should be introspecting where it went wrong in
Mr. Patra, I understand a broader issue. Rahul Narvekar is countering you.
It means Robert Vadra.
Now, Mr. Patra.
When Damad was mentioned, there was a uproar amongst the audience because even the people could know who the Damad would be.
No, Mr. Patra, stop, please. Mr. Patra,
people know
Mr. Patra.
Congress stands for C for C.
Mr. Patra, my counter question to you, and Rahul Narvekar will come in on the other side. Shobha, Rahul Narvekar versus Sambit Patra at this stage. Please allow me to come in with some of my questions, please, in the course of a heated debate. Otherwise, you'll all have your say and I'll be left behind. My question at this stage is this. 2 counterpoints, and I will actually let Rahul Narvekar come in on that. I have 2 counterpoints. In August 2014, the Prime Minister in his first speech at Red Fort acknowledged the contribution of all previous governments and Prime Ministers for bringing the nation where it had come so far. He paid respect and gratitude to each of the ex-Prime Minister who, in his own words, endeavored to take our present-day India to such heights and who have added to our country's glory. We haven't heard a word of praise since then. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is that if Robert Vadra's corruption allegations are so serious for him to become the major symbol of Congress corruption on foreign soil, then Sambit, I don't know, but why has your Haryana and Rajasthan government not probed the allegations more aggressively?
No,
your Haryana and Rajasthan government should probe the allegations more aggressively to make me responsible for speeches abroad.
Then why don't you try it? Today, when the commission has been set up, when the judicial commission has been set up, Congress is crying political vendetta.
Rahul Narvekar.
No, and in fact, 400 acres of land has been taken away in Rajasthan.
Rahul Narvekar, please.
Please don't worry. Mr. Robert Vadra.
Rahul Narvekar. Counter from Rahul Narvekar. Time's running out. Rahul Narvekar, come in, please. Rahul Narvekar, come in, please.
Why Rahul Narvekar is nowadays holding court for Robert Vadra?
Let Rahul speak.
I don't understand why Rahul Narvekar
does want to enhance the Make in India program, and the Make in India program is
Rajasthan. His mum.
Rahul Narvekar is countering.
No one is mum, dear. No one is mum. There is a judicial inquiry which has been set up. It is doing its work. And when the truth should be out, you have to...
Sambit, we've heard you loud and clear. Give others an opportunity to at least reply.
No, but Rahul, why do you have to defend Robert Vadra? I don't understand
Sambit,
that.
I don't have any doubt in my mind that...
Vadra nowadays.
Sambit.
I know you have the habit of jumping the gun. I know you have the habit of jumping the gun. That's why you make up your mind before listening to others. But I have not even spoken or taken the name of Robert Vadra even once during the course of this debate. So try to hold your horses. And listen to someone. Okay, I know you love your own voice, but at times it's good to listen to others. Sambit, I have no doubt in my mind that the Honorable Prime Minister wants to enhance the Make in India, Made in India movement, and that is in the benefit of the country. There is no doubt about that. But to do that, he should have spoken about how there is good infrastructure in the country, how he plans to develop the infrastructure, how he plans to get in tax reforms, how he plans to get in other foreign investments into India. But speaking about the previous government and about the corruption that prevailed, without even mentioning about the present corruption, about Vyapam or any of the other issues, I don't know how is the Prime Minister really doing justice to the office that he is occupying. I think, like I said earlier, I have no doubt about his nationalism, but by indulging in these kind of tactics, the Prime Minister, to my mind, is not doing justice to the office.
Why don't you say Rahul Narvekar?
As a citizen of this country, I would. The government works in succession. Please understand, the government works in succession. What the past government has done I mean, the current government
Okay.
has to further it, has to either improve on it, but they cannot wash off their responsibilities, blaming everything on the previous government. That's not what they have been voted into. Every time the Bharatiya Janata Party is asked the question, they point their fingers at the UPA. They never have an answer for it. They said this happened to UPA, therefore what they are doing is justified. What kind of an answer is that? Please understand, the nation expects better from you all. The nation expects better from the Prime Minister. He has given you 280
Gentlemen, now please.
not to defend yourself, based on what he did.
Don't speak together. 1 second, please. Don't speak together, please. Not everyone together, please. I'm requesting you to pull back. I am requesting you to pull back. Now, please wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, I want to know the nature of this attack, Hartosh. I don't know what kind of attack is this. This attack, how many times does the Prime Minister change his clothes? I mean, it's ridiculous. What is this about now? Whether the Prime Minister wears 1 suit or 20 suits or 100 suits, is this a subject of a serious criticism? I don't understand the context. Anand Sharma says Modi is doing a fashion show. Now, whether the Prime Minister... No, 1 minute. No. My point is this. My point is this.
That this should not be the bone of contention. This should not be the debate. But let me tell you, the Bharatiya Janata Party has indulged in the same thing. When they asked on him changing his attire thrice in a day or twice in a day. That's what the Bharatiya Janata Party had done. So I'm not trying to justify this.
What is the
कपड़े पहनकर देश को कैसे लूटा जाता है ये कांग्रेस ने सिखाया है.
अच्छा, the second point is
clothes, how the country is looted has been taught by the Congress party.
The second point is, please, the second point is, I want to move in quickly. Now, I don't understand here another point, Hartosh. Shobha Oza, please just look at it logically, please. 18,500 people turned up at San Jose out of their free will. No, a gun was not put to their head. People were not loaded in trucks to show up. The packed audience reflects the popularity of the Prime Minister. Now, why are you ticked off about it? That's not your problem. If Manmohan Singh could not manage 18 people, it's not Narendra Modi's problem that not even 18 people came to hear Manmohan Singh. If 18,000 people turned up, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but
matter. Mr. Manmohan Singh had no point to prove. He was a veteran leader. He is a veteran leader.
Okay,
they had no point to prove. They were gods. They were gods. They had no point to prove. What does that statement mean?
All right, 1 minute. All right. Let's cover all the points.
Not in last 16 months.
Let's cover up all the points. Let's cover up.
Because of a 16 months of government.
Shobha Oza, 5 minutes on this debate. Let's cover the points, please. The other argument is. The other argument is.
Whether it be IT, everything.
No, listen. Shobha, please. The other argument is there is too much media attention on the Prime Minister of India in India, whereas the Congress says the Prime Minister has not appeared for even 5 seconds on CNN, Fox News and BBC. Now, I don't understand what logic is this. How many times the Prime Minister appears on Fox News or BBC or CNN is a reflection of what the Prime Minister achieved? I mean, what kind of neo-colonial thinking is this? I don't know which world we are stuck in. Please, these are, by the way, these are the fresh shots of the meeting between the Prime Minister and Barack Obama. Now, given that the Prime Minister seeks to elevate the image of the country vis-a-vis foreign visits, and on this part I want Hartosh and R Venkatesh to come in, why is there a problem with how much time he gets on BBC and Fox News? Please explain this argument, please, R Venkatesh and Hartosh Singh Bal. If the Prime Minister were to achieve nothing, but to get 5 minutes on BBC, that would be a great achievement for the Congress party. R Venkatesh, please, and then we'll get a counter.
I think that must be the most ridiculous argument I've ever come across on this particular. I think this is a sick mind. I think I can't say anything more than what you put it brilliantly as a colonial mindset. And this is what the Congress wants, that you go here and do a 5-minute interview in Fox or in BBC or whatever. And if there is something. If something that is being found out,
don't worry about BBC.
Please understand, madam, please listen. Have the patience to listen, madam. Please listen. Please listen. This is what is the level to which the Congress is reducing this country and the Prime Minister of this country, that it wants a 5-minute interview in some foreign channel. I would be happy. Please understand. I would be happy if they demand the Prime Minister must come more often in news channels in India and give more interviews. That is a very valid demand. But the problem is, madam, please understand, your president or your vice president don't appear on any of the national channels. They go incognito outside the country. They are not seen within the country. They don't give any press interviews. Please understand.
Okay, two questions to the BJP.
Your Congress president does not
give any questions to the BJP. Hartosh and Sambit now, please.
You don't demand anything from anybody else.
Hartosh and Sambit, two questions to the BJP. First question is...
moral courage or the moral...
First question, two questions to the BJP now. Two questions to the BJP now. Question number one, concede the Prime Minister got the size of the Indian economy wrong. He said 8 trillion, it is 2.5 trillion. You can't by any measure defend it. Come on. Now, Sambit Patra, Hartosh Singh Bal on the other side, did the Prime Minister of India get the size of the Indian economy wrong in his Facebook address? Hartosh on the other side, please. No, what are you showing, Sambit? I thought you'd concede that point at least.
Arnab, you can see this. No. Let me. Niti Ayog Vice Chairman Arvind Panagaria says GDP to touch 8 trillion before 2030.
2030, this is 2015.
Just a second. Yes, I agree.
No, there is 15 years.
Let me, please, you have asked a very serious question.
Of course,
on this question, I want to...
Rahul Narvekar is countering.
Let me tell you, the Prime Minister talks in a futuristic ascent. The Prime Minister of this country just does not talk of today and the day after tomorrow. He talks of years altogether. And when, in fact, this July, Niti Ayog has projected...
Should we cut to the Prime Minister for a minute? Okay, should we cut to the Prime Minister for a minute? Wait, I need to close this part of the debate, but before that, two quick questions to Sambit Patra. Sambit, Prime Minister got it wrong on the economy size. Now, that was a big monumental error. You agree with me on that? You concede that point? You're still defending? No. We're still seeing a defense. Sambit, you concede that? Or R Venkatesh is taking...
I told you that there was a projection recently, about 2 months ago, by the Niti Ayog that
but that's 2030
years India's GDP would be... Yes, I agree that it is not present GDP. 10 to 15 years from today, it would be $8 trillion. I mean, I have the papers over here.
All right, no, I have to close this debate at this point.
Futuristic.
Point not conceded.
About the future.
Point not conceded.
Arnab, the Prime Minister made a mistake. I will tell you the Prime Minister was wrong, but let us understand he's not appearing for...
Okay, we'll take this debate forward, ladies and gentlemen. The hashtag tonight is Modi versus Congress.
Which is what he's doing brilliantly.
Whichever way you look at it, there's always big controversy and big news around the Prime Minister's foreign visits. Did the Congress party go too far? The debate continues on the other side while the bilateral is on in New York. Thank you, gentlemen, for debate number one.